I'd be surprised also if Frankie knocked out Yair. It'd probably have to be a ground and pound situation for that to happen. I do expect to see really good wrestling from Frankie, though. Let me take a look at the odds here. It's Frankie, a minus 137. A lot of that late money coming in on Frankie. I think that was a damn near even odds. Plus 117 for Yair Rodriguez. I like Frankie to win the fight. I guess 137 ain't bad. You know what I mean? What you going to do, right? Yeah, I don't know. I think Frankie's still too good. Frankie's still too good to lose this fight. This fight happens in 2 years. I'll probably take Yair Rodriguez. Today, Frankie Edgar gets the W. All right, to the welterweight division. We have a fucking sick matchup. Again, this is going to be a great card, honestly. We have the number 3 ranked Damian Maia taking on the number 5 ranked Jorge Masvidal. Masvidal coming off of the performance of the night victory over Cerrone back in January, TKO second round. Before that, TKO over Jake Ellenberger in December, just a month and a half about before that. And then back in July, beat Ross Pearson. 2 losses before that, split decisions, both of them. Larkin, Ben Henderson, no problems there. Could do worse. Honestly, hasn't lost anything but a split decision in fucking 4 years. L.I. Quinta lost a split decision to him as well. Masvidal sitting at 32 wins, 11 losses, 13 of them KO, 2 of them submission, not the greatest submission artist, 17 decision wins. 32 years old, standing at 5 feet 10 inches tall, 74-inch reach there. Fighting out of ATT again, almost, I think there's 11 ATT fighters on this card out of like the 13 fights or whatever. No surprise there. I don't really know why, but I mean, no surprise that they're just going to mix them all together there. Looked really good, great boxing. Doesn't really tell you what belts or anything he holds, but you know, great boxing and good overall MMA, wrestling and shit like that. He used to be a backyard brawler with Kimbo Slice and shit back in the day. That's kind of how he got his fame or his claim to fame there. The exact opposite for the professor, Damian Maia. Damian Maia, a 4th degree black belt in jiu-jitsu. One of the greatest of all time. Definitely one of the greatest jiu-jitsu practitioners that have ever graced an MMA cage. 39 years old, though, not getting any younger. He's 6'1". So quite a bit taller, 72-inch reach. Shorter arms there for him. And obviously he's fighting out of Brazil, Sao Paulo. Most recent fights for Mr. Maia. He's got 6 straight wins. Carlos Condit submitted him with a rear naked choke in August of last year. Performance of the night. Looked fucking fantastic. Before that, 4 months before that in May, rear naked choke victory over the immortal Matt Brown. December 2015, decision over Gunnar Nelson. Rear naked choke over Neil Magny. Just fucking these people up. Let's see, he's got a few losses, actually. I mean, he's fought a lot, though. He fought Anderson Silva back at UFC 112. Dude's a fucking legend here. Submitted Chael Sonnen. I mean, lost to Munoz, lost to Weidman. Beat just about everybody else up. His record, 24-6, 12 submissions for him, 3 KOs. Obviously never been submitted himself. I like Damian Maia pretty heavily in this fight. Like, pretty fucking heavily in this fight. Again, let's look at the odds, and I'm pretty sure I know how this is going to be a surprise for me. Yeah. Jorge Masvidal, minus 127. Damian Maia, plus 107. I don't see that at all, man. I don't see how you could... Masvidal has been fighting well, but dude, there's a glaring glare. Damian Maia is the best jiu-jitsu practitioner in the UFC right now. He fucking destroys high-level jiu-jitsu guys all the time. Literally all the time. I see this fight probably, I'm definitely not obsessed with Masvidal's jiu-jitsu skills. I see this fight probably ending as a submission victory for Damian Maia, man. He's on a fucking path to the top. Hopefully, Dana White serious about canceling the GSP versus Bisping fight. We give Bisping Yoel Romero this summer, and then in the fall we can get a Damian Maia, probably Damian Maia, hopefully, versus Bisping fight there. I don't know. If not, maybe a Damian Maia versus Robert Whittaker. I wouldn't be too mad about that. But anyway, Maia's on his way up, and I'm taking him in the fight tonight. All right, we move on to the co-main event of the evening. We're almost finished, people. Women's Strawweight Championship. Already talked about it. We have El Campeone, Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Jessica Andrade. Joanna pretty much seems like the women's MMA GOAT, 29 years old. Undefeated, 13-0, 4 knockouts, 1 submission, 8 decision victories. In November, she beats Karolina Kowalkiewicz, unanimous decision. Before that, beats Claudia Gadelha, unanimous decision victory. Valerie Letourneau, unanimous decision victory. Jessica Penne, Carla Esparza, defended her title 4 times. She has defended her title. Beat Gadelha twice. That's a bad bitch. I'll tell you what. What's she standing? 5 foot 6 inches tall, 65.5-inch reach, fighting out of ATT Surprise. Most people's favorite female MMA fighter right now, I would say, Joanna. She's fucking bad as hell. She's popular. She's talks shit. She does like that grimy ass touch foreheads and like get all creepy up into your shit thing. Love it. Andrade, younger even, 25 years old for her, 5'2", going to be a 4-inch reach advantage for Joanna. 62-inch reach, we're going to have a 3.5-inch reach advantage there. 4-inch height, 3.5-inch reach. Purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Honestly, I thought that she would be more than that. She has a record of 16 wins, 5 losses. 5 of them knockouts, 7 of them submissions, so she does have great submission skills, and that's actually going to be her... that's actually going to be her plan, basically, is if she's going to beat Joanna, she's going to have to take her to the ground. She's not going to be able to stand up at all with Joanna. She has a lot of power, but, Joanna is just such a technically skilled striker that I can't really see a scenario in which, unless we see a knockout, she's not going to be able to beat Joanna without taking it to the ground. Over 5 rounds, that's damn near impossible. Obviously, she could take her to the ground and submit her. Her last 3 fights here, Angela Hill. What was that? February 4th, fight of the night there. Performance of the night before that, back in September, a guillotine choke victory over Joanne Calderwood. Before that, knocked out Jessica Penne back in June of last year, strawweight debut. Lost to Raquel Pennington at 135, had to move down. Got submitted by Raquel Pennington. I like Joanna, man. What's the rankings here at women's strawweight? We should look them up. Obviously, Joanna's got the C, and then that would make Jessica Andrade number 3, Claudia Gadelha number 1 contender. Lost twice to Joanna though. Karolina Kowalkiewicz, number 2. Let's take a look at, so minus 185 for Joanna. Not terribly surprising there. Maybe I could even see it being a bigger spread. That was only like 140 or 150 for a while. Jessica Andrade is going to give you a plus 160 if she gets the W. I don't think I'm going to bet on this one. I don't think that I'm upset. Well, I don't know. 185, I don't love 185. I do think she's going to win the fight. If somebody were ever to give me even odds on this one, I'd fucking take it in the snap of a heartbeat. Otherwise, though, I don't know. Take Joanna in life. Look good, look smart, and impress your friends. And this takes us to the main event of the motherfucking evening, huh? The heavyweight championship of the planet Earth. As far as anyone gives a fuck. We have Stipe Miocic taking on Junior Dos Santos. JDS is actually responsible for Stipe's last loss. What was that? 2014, December, fight of the night. Unanimous decision. Honestly, though, that was I think that should have been a split decision. I mean, I could have seen that going Stipe's way. After that, he knocks out Mark Hunt, knocks out Andrei Arlovsky, gets the heavyweight title fight against Fabrizio Verdum, knocks his ass out, and then defends his title last September against Overeem, knocks him out. That was a fucking spectacular fight, one where he actually gets rocked and ends up coming back. Professional record standing 16-2, 12 KOs for him, 1 submission. Great wrestler. One KO loss to Stefan Struve. That's really the only real black mark on his record. Other than that, he's doing fantastic shit. Young, well, he's not actually that young. 34 years old, 6'4", 80-inch reach. Champion of the world, man. Bad motherfucker. Gotta love Stipe here. Let's take a look at the rankings and see where JDS is at actually at heavyweight here. So Dos Santos ranked number 4, Verdum 1, Velasquez 2, Alistair is still number 3. Heavyweight's looking dope, man. Francis Ngannou at 5, Derek Lewis at 6. Pretty fucking awesome now. Let's look at JDS here. Somehow Dos Santos is younger than Stipe Miocic. He's 33 years old. I never, ever would have guessed that from anything that I know about either of them. 6'4" as well. 77-inch reach. Can be 3 inches less than Stipe's. He has officially moved to the United States, training with ATT as well, just like everybody else. He's a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. Pretty storied career for him. He was a champion. Let's see. Won the championship in 2011, the first ever fight on Fox, November 12th, 2011. Damn, almost 6 years ago now. I remember watching that with my mom. And I remember him knocking out Kane and then, you know, screaming, "I love my life," and all this. It was really, really sweet, honestly. Man, hasn't fought a ton, though, since that point. He fought once in 2016, unanimous decision victory over Ben Rothwell. That's April, more than a year ago. In December of 2015, he was knocked out by Alistair Overeem. So honestly, he only won one fight. It was more than a year ago, and now he gets a title shot. This is kind of random. He beat Stipe, you know, in 2014. That was like his third most recent fight. Weird. Let's take a look at the fucking odds, huh? Stipe sitting at minus 143. I saw that as low as like 125 the other day. What is that? Plus 123 for Junior. It's weird to me that they're the same age. Junior's got great boxing, so somebody's probably going to get knocked out. I'm going to stay away from the betting odds on this one. I think that Stipe probably wins. He probably knocks out Junior. That ring rust is a little bit weird to me. I think that's probably the most concerning thing about the fight overall for either of the fighters is just that ring rust. You know, we saw Stipe damn near get knocked out by Overeem, last September. That's both good and bad. One, you can tell he's open for shots. Overeem probably not as good with his hands as JDS. Maybe he is, though. Not much worse. Maybe more power, maybe not. I would say probably a little bit. But he weathered the storm and came back and, went to his wrestling, took Overeem down, ground and pound him, and knocked him the fuck out. That would be, of course, the best case scenario, not getting tagged, but taking down Junior and grounding and pounding him into a TKO victory there. That would be the best case scenario for Homeboy. So I'm staying away from the ducats. It's going to be a great, great fight. Somebody's getting knocked out. I think it's going to be Junior in the second round. Might be Stipe in the second round, though, but I see it in the second round. Alrighty, that's going to bring us to the end of the show. I know y'all loved it. Episode 37, UFC 211 breakdown. Everybody look at those underdog picks, man. Look at those, what was it, Damian Maia? Shit, Damian Maia underdog. Maybe David Branch underdog. Look at those picks. Frankie Edgar, slight favorite. Man, those look good to me. All right. So you're not going to hear from me until